Hey everybody, and welcome back. We are back down in the garden. Kimberly came down here the other day, but I wasn't here, and today I am. So we've got a lot of stuff we're gonna get straightened out here. Have a lot of new stuff to show you in the garden, and then a little later we're gonna show you something we're gonna do different with the animals now that we're back from the fair. Super excited about that, and that should bring a lot of new content in a few months. If you have any idea what that is, that might give you a clue. But first, we're going to get these cucumbers organized, and then we're going to show you a little bit more of what's going on in the garden, because this fall garden has turned out great.
Yeah, I'm super impressed. I did not expect this to be like this at all.
Yeah, because she harvested a lot of cucumbers the other day, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have more to do today.
Yeah, and I've actually got a grocery order today to pick up all the supplies that I need to be able to make pickles. So, really excited. But yeah, you can look through there and just see all the blooms, and underneath a lot of these, all this craziness, we've already seen a lot more cucumbers. Okay, so I showed you the other day the problem with a lot of these plants. I mean, everything down here that's close to ground level has had something chewing on it. The leaves are missing in a lot of different areas. So Kevin got to looking, and his best guess about this is that maybe we have some wild rabbits coming down here and chewing on that, which makes a lot of sense based on how low it is.
Well, the other thing is it's taken the whole leaf, and it's not like, a lot of times when it's bugs, like the thick veins, they'll leave those and just eat the real tender stuff. And this is chopping the whole leaf off at the stem, and there's not like leaves laying on the ground, which makes me think that it's something that's actually eating all the leaves, and rabbits would be the perfect culprit to do that. And we have lots of rabbits around here. I know whenever we bush hog and stuff, we'll see them running, so that's why I think that that's probably what it is.
Yeah, and it's not too big of an issue just because, I mean, they're not getting rid of our cucumbers, and we definitely have plenty of those. And I mean, it's getting the ones that are on the ground that are probably going to be pruned anyway. So I think it's still going to be fine, but at least we kind of have some sort of a possibility of what it is, and it's nothing too serious. Got a little delivery person. I'll show you what we're getting delivered here in a second. But it's definitely going to help Kevin with his pruning operation for these cucumbers. All right. Thank you, dear. At least that breeze is going today, even though it's so hot.
Yeah. Which we showed you this before. This is a cool thing we got from the Ozarks Homesteading Expo. But it just sits down in the bucket, and you've got a nice seat. Which I don't know if I'll need it at first, because I don't know. Some of these I may just prune off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how well they'll train up.
Yeah, I mean, you did this right before we went to the expo, and it's already so grown up. Yeah, this one's already
going to be...
we're
going to just try to train these to go
up
on their own.
Yep.
Because if they'll do it on their own, it's going to be much better than...
Yeah.
having to continually.
There's tiny cucumbers and there are medium.
Well, those are good cucumbers.
And those are good for canning.
Little gherkins.
It's wild how big these got, because I mean, this was the smaller end of the cucumbers.
Oh goodness, yeah, you missed some really.
Doesn't surprise me. Oh wow.
Perfect size.
Slicing.
Huh?
That'll be some good slicing ones right there. Or some.
These are pickles.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, I mean like sliced.
Oh.
Sliced pickles or spears.
Or like if you have bigger containers, if we ferment like the big old dill pickles you buy.
That's true.
Is you can stick them in this thing right here underneath the seat.
You get another bucket?
There's a whole mess of them under there.
How did I miss that? I don't really know.
And it could be that since I watered yesterday that they just really took
off.
It
could be too, because I didn't think I missed any. But there were a lot. I figure we're going to have some overgrown ones after this weekend, but
yes,
it is what it is.
Kaboom. but I'm just going to,
Try to save those.
well, just push them through the other side, and then maybe they'll grow
The
out and up
Mm-hmm.
rather than having to cut all of them off.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of them have some good usable cucumbers.
Yeah. Some of these I am just going to cut just to, we'll have airflow problems.
Yeah.
This one. This is a pretty good size.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a slicing one though, isn't it?
No. Well, it may be, but it's not the long, skinny ones like we get. We ate one the other day, though, and it was good. Yeah, it's nice to be having fresh cucumbers again.
Yeah, when everybody else doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Planting late paid off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than just tucking these like that, I don't know if we just cut them off.
I say cut off anything at the bottom, because there's a lot that are growing up, so. And this is the hard part, is knowing exactly what to prune, because
If we hadn't been gone for a couple of weeks and could have done this as they grew, then we could have made this a lot easier.
mm-hmm.
But now it's just kind of grabbing a mess and cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I did on some of the others, is pruned all the bottom leaves off as they grew.
Yeah.
And we may still do that, but this is such a mess that I think right now I'm just going to get it where it'll go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll worry about fancying it up later.
Yeah. Emus are sitting at the gate thinking they're going to get some food because we're out here in the garden. Which we'll have some vines here in a little bit. And leaves for them to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that there's so many pollinators down here, because there's bees all over these blossoms.
Yes, yeah, the bees are loving it. Because there's not a whole lot of other stuff. Whoops, that one, the last one I just tucked, I just cut it off.
Oh, it'll be fine. Yeah, this will keep it more manageable and easier to deal with, which is what we need.
Yeah, because there's still tons of cucumbers, so
Yeah.
there'll be plenty.
Yeah, it's not like this is
trimming these off.
Yeah, it's not like this is going to hurt our growing operation at all. Which if we have very many, then I'll have to try to sell some. Because there's only so many pickles I'm going to make this year. I'm not going to go overboard. Yeah, I was telling them about how a couple of years ago when I made 70-something jars of pickles,
Yeah.
went a little overboard.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It was a great idea at the time, but in reality it wasn't the best. I think the other issue that year was that I didn't just use pickling cucumbers for those. I used whatever I had on hand, and some of them got soggy, and then it just, I don't know, they didn't taste as good, and we want crisp, yummy cucumbers whenever we have them, so that's why I wanted to plant so many pickling cucumbers instead of so many slicing ones this time, because main goal is to pickle or to ferment, you know, all the things.
Like I said, after we get back from Alabama, I will come through and remove some of the lower leaves just so that we keep good airflow.
Well, camera overheated, so had to switch gears. So sorry if there's a little bit of wind noise. Don't have a mic on, that way we can all be heard when the girls are around and everything.
Looks way better.
Like I said, the main thing is just to maintain so it's not completely crazy once we get back.
And for the other inside area, because you know, this side's a mess too, but the fact that that one was, and now it looks as good as it does, then I think this is gonna work out great. I mean, it definitely helped the last time. Yeah, there's some more slicing ones up under there too.
Yeah, I know. Especially on the other side where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, these the slicing ones, they were almost ready the other day, but still too skinny, so I wasn't picking a bunch of those.
I guarantee you that we could sell any extras we had. Just because it's not in season for most people right now.
Yeah. And everybody be like, how did you have all this now?
Because we had a failure earlier in the year.
Yep. Failure that spurred us on to work hard and do it again.
But this is one reason we didn't give up when everybody else was saying to give up.
Yep.
Because look at us now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the time it seemed pretty discouraging, but
Yeah.
not too bad.
Mm-mm. Izzy's hard at work. She doesn't like just standing around. She wants to be doing something. Abby's the same way, though. Like, she went and got us drinks, but Izzy's over there feeding the animals some produce. Iz, you are such a hard worker. Good job.
Thank
And there's really no major method to our madness here. We're just making them look better. Because like I said, when we trained them initially, we got them going up the way we wanted. And so anything down here shouldn't be any major detriment to the plant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they came in after the fact.
Yeah, like I said, they should have already been trained going up the trellis. So,
Mm-hmm.
which some of these did fall back down, I noticed, but it's still not the main plant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks really good.
The outsides real quick, which on those I'm going to try to just train up.
Yeah. Because surely be able to do that.
Have to tuck them through. Because sometimes on these, as long as they were trying to tuck them through, it'll break them.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
What?
Your tape fell out the bottom.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I've never seen that happen.
Okay, now that we got these back under control and picked again, here's our okra. It's growing really well. The other day, or I guess it's been a couple of weeks now, I thinned it out, and it's really growing good after that. You can, if you look down in here, you can see that it's starting to try to make. Well, that's just new leaves coming out there. There was one of them I saw that looked like it was making buds for a flower. Maybe it was this side. Yeah. Like you can see that it's starting to make buds for flowers, so hopefully they'll be blooming soon.
Nice.
A few leaves have been eaten, but that's not a big deal because it's still not as much bug pressure as in the full-blown springtime.
And just think, we don't have anything on these. Like, we did not put anything on these at all.
Correct.
So,
yep. No chemicals, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Not even organic stuff.
Yeah, which is great.
Yep. And then, oh yeah, these are a different type of sunflowers, so they're a little bit farther behind than the others. But you can see up top, these are the ones, the mammoth, I think, that'll make the one big bloom on top.
Yeah.
And so these are starting to form the flowers on those. And then the other sunflowers down there, they put on a bunch of different smaller blooms.
Yeah, you can tell because they've got so many just right there.
Yep. And I've got to mow this or weed eat it, but we had some overgrown stuff there whenever I went through with the mower, and I didn't get off to move it, so I will knock that down a little bit later. There's a few zucchini. We did striped zucchini down here, which was different that we haven't done before, and they seem to be growing really well.
That's what, whenever I go to the grocery store, this striped stuff is what I usually find if I were to buy zucchini, like in a pack or something.
Yeah. And then here we have our peas, which they are starting to form little things to start blooming soon. So hopefully,
here's a bloom. Yeah, there's a bloom.
Yep. Hopefully they'll have time to make.
Yeah, like 2 days. I was down here seriously 2 days ago, and they did not have blooms on them. The only problem with the peas,
piece of goat weed, they have spread out. We keep trying to get some that are less viney, and it's not working out.
No, it has not this whole time.
But the other good thing about it is, with us planting the rows close like this, they ran together, which is going to make it a little bit harder to pick, but we can kind of weave through there. But it also keeps the weed pressure down because it's got everything overshadowed. And I mean, you can see the ground where I pulled that apart. There are no weeds down there that are coming up. And if you do have any, it's just going to be very few, but it's not going to get overgrown. So I like the fact that they're close together on that, but I just wish that maybe we'd have done a little bit different where we could still have some walking room. But I thought whenever we set these apart that was going to be plenty big, but this stuff just grew really well.
It really did.
And we also weren't sure it was actually going to produce.
Yeah. On this row right here.
Oh yeah, some little green.
Yeah, so you remember the little green beans that I talked about? Those little green beans, something just jumped in there. I hope it's a frog.
Snake.
But look at these green beans. Like, they are a day probably away from needing to be picked, which also means that they're gonna have to be snapped and canned as well. Which the girls, or frozen, because that might actually be our best bet for the initial.
If we're in a hurry, that's gonna be quicker.
Yeah, but the girls are really good about snapping beans, so we'll probably have a whole thing.
I am not.
We'll probably have a whole family operation going with getting all this stuff ready before we go to Petals, because I don't want to miss out on it and all to be overgrown by the time we get back, because that's just harder for us, and it's kind of disheartening when you miss out on your good window.
I would rather pick them a little early and them be really super tender, and you could like actually just leave them whole.
Yes.
And have whole green beans than to let them overgrow and then us end up losing some, because at least then we'll have some. Because even those little ones there, you could pop and leave them whole and have.
That's true.
Green beans, and then you don't have to snap them either.
That is true, and I love whole green beans also.
Okay. The next thing, the cantaloupe. I just saw something.
Oh, did you?
Right here and right over there.
Looky there. That's a baby cantaloupe. We didn't even have one. Another one.
Actually have some baby cantaloupes for me, and if I can remember where it was. All right. Yep, looky right here. Good job, Ed.
Thank you.
Baby watermelon. Don't know if it'll have time to make before it gets cold, but at least there's hope.
Yeah, that's crazy, because you know how I showed you the other day that we did not have any blooms either on the watermelon, and it is full of blooms right now, which is crazy. It's so awesome. And this watermelon patch, it is going to be just whatever it is, because we can't mow.
That's the thing, is like I can mow out to where it is now, and so if they go any farther, but we mulched everything that's right there close to the plant, and so, but we have probably like this area right here that's just grass, and so if it grows up, it just grows up. But they've got a really strong start, and it should help them stay ahead of the weeds. And since it is getting, well, eventually going to get a little cooler again, it should slow the weeds down some.
Yeah.
But I will just continue to mow this out here as long as I can.
Yeah.
That way we can at least get to them. But looking really great.
Yeah, I know. I am so impressed with this, and the only thing that would make it better is if we had tomatoes. But
oh, yes.
I am okay with how things are, because at least we have something. So.
Yeah, and then the next thing we have to do, we still have to do our fall crops. We're a little behind on that now, but like I said, we were behind on this, and look at it. So we're just going to keep rolling with it. And worst case, if we have to get some low tunnels or something like that to put over them to protect them from the frost and whatnot, we're going to do that. But we want to get some cabbage, broccoli, carrots, beets. We might try some Brussels sprouts, which they actually do better if you plant them in the fall, but I think you still harvest them in the spring. I think they overwinter, if I remember right. But we'll have to look up and see it. But we've got some seed. And then after that, we're going to, once we get done, we're going to clear out all of our old seed, look at the seeds that we got for free at the expo and what new seeds we still have from survival seeds when we got those. And then we'll do an inventory of that, figure out what we need, and then get our seeds ordered for spring so that we can start our spring crops on time, because we'll probably start those in January. And at the way time's flying, it will be here before you know it. That's
the truth. I can't believe this girl is about to have a birthday in just a couple weeks. It should not already be time for her to be almost 8 years old. It's crazy. And before you know it, it'll be February again, and somebody else will be having a birthday. So, time flies.
Yep, but that's where we're at in the garden. Like I said, it's still growing strong. Got a lot more to do, and we're just going to try to maintain, get our high tunnel under control, hopefully get it tarped so that it can look as nice as this whenever we get started. And with any luck, we may have some raised beds in there. But at the cost of raised beds, we may actually have to wait one more year to try to get that done. Because if we can have one good garden year where we can take care of all of our produce, it'll save on grocery funds. And then also, if we have enough to sell a little bit, then we can use that to put back in and hopefully make things even better. But well on our way, fixing to run up, show you what's going on with the cows and what the new plans for those are.
Okay, well, we are about to go out here to the cow pen so we can show you what we're fixing to do different with these guys. Bear with us for a minute, because they go nuts every time you feed. you could feed multiple times a day, I'm pretty sure, and these guys would still go just as crazy. But you'll get to see just how pushy they are for feed. And Kevin's got the bucket, that way they don't plow anybody else down. Oh, Bob saw.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, these guys go crazy for some feed, and Tubby usually does, but Kevin just cleaned out their waters. Oh, they just knocked it out. Abs, can you go stick that back in? But he's drinking the fresh water right now. And now we're fixing to show you what's about to happen with this guy. Joe has been antsy and does not like being by himself in here, so we're fixing to remedy that. What do you think?
Yep, it is time for Clover and Lucky to be bred.
Woohoo!
They're about, what, 16 months old?
Yeah.
15 or 16 months old. It's recommended whenever I looked up online that they are bred between, when they're over 500 pounds, usually between 500 and 600, where they're not their mature weight for their first calving. And whenever we weigh them in, they're over the age, over the weight. So we're fixing to turn out and see if we can have some mini Zebu Jersey calves in about 9 or 10 months.
Yeah, can I do it?
Yes, you can do it. Now watch out. He may be excited to go, or he may just stand there.
Come on, Joe. Alright. He'll, yeah. Oh, he's looking. Oh, well, I said that. Lucky's a little confrontational, so it may take her a few minutes to get along, but
Now we have 5 cows.
yeah, we have everybody except Miss Meanie, Miss Thang, whatever we want to call her.
Miss Dang.
Hopefully she's getting a little bit sweeter though. She did not bang the fence with her horns at me when I fed her the other day, so that was progress.
Watch out
at least.
behind you. They're still figuring
Goodness,
out who's
guys.
boss. They're figuring out who's boss right now, but before long they'll be lovebirds.
Yeah, I figure so.
Who do you think is the
Nope.
boss?
Hey, buddy.
Looks like Joe's establishing dominance pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh, Tubby touched you.
Hey, Tubsters. He's like, oh, there's my buddy. Where are you going, Tubby?
What are you doing?
He's not so worried about the feed.
No.
He just likes being out here on the fresh pasture, I think. Quite honestly.
Can we go over here?
He's leading so well, too.
He comes to grass. Look, you're there. Every time we've been working with him, he's always going to the grass.
Yeah, that's his favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely a precious little guy.
He is a predator.
He sits and hollers at anybody that comes outside, too. Not just for feed, but because he likes the attention, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, I don't think you're going to win against Bob.
And I think Bob could knock you down. He's like, that was my food trough before you stole it, so. Oh, and then Colton comes sliding up under the fence.
Yeah.
They'll establish who's boss.
They'll get it all figured out. He'll get excited about just being around the girls, too.
Just like cooking rascals.
Oh, yeah, she's like, hey, everybody else is out except for me. Why?
You've got to learn to be nice.
Yeah.
Still working on it, but
Oh, did I want to speak English in her name?
probably going to reconfigure that a little bit too to see if I can't make it where she can have the whole area.
Yeah, that'd be good.
She would love
More space for her.
Yes. Hopefully Joe will be able to breed the 2 jerseys, and then, like I said, in 9 or 10 months, we'll have some babies, and then we can start milking.
Yes.
Really excited about that, because once we get milk, we'll make all kinds of stuff with fresh milk and cream.
Yeah,
I would
I've got a lot of plans.
I would come at 6 a.m. every morning and milk Clover.
5 a.m.
Okay, guys, y'all heard that. Izzy has already offered to come milk the cows.
Yep.
I
6
offered to
a.m.
milk the goats.
We've got it on video, so there's proof. Izzy said it. Are you going to help milk?
Goats.
Goats.
Yeah. And we still have a while to think about it, but I think what we may do is like calf sharing, which is where you pin the calf up overnight, you do the milking in the morning, then you turn the calf out. That way you only have to do milking once a day
Yeah.
rather than twice a day. But we'll just have to see how it goes. If it turns out where it's something we want to do, what we may do is get the calves, like both calves, where they nurse one cow and then we have one cow that we milk. That way we're not having to milk two all the time, because we will never use that much milk and we don't really have a market for it. I mean, there may be a market for it around here, but I think that would be the safest. But then we can also use the milk for other things. If we raise out some pigs again, you can feed them milk and stuff like that, and it just will really help with everything.
I want a potbelly thing.
Not a pot.
Yeah, they're so cute.
But we're just going to have to wait and see how that goes. Like I said, I'm hoping Joe's tall enough to do what he needs to do, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, if not, we'll figure out next steps.
Yeah. And then for her, we got some plans for her too. They said she was bred, and if she is, then that would be a good thing for us, because we'll have the calf that we can also raise and sell as well. But what we're going to do to find out, since she has not gotten completely sweet yet, is I've got some pregnancy test kits ordered, and we're going to try to do a test on her whenever we get those in to find out if she's bred. If she's not bred, since she hasn't completely calmed down yet, and we're not really a big fan of the horns the way they are, we're probably going to go ahead and sell her and try to find something a little different. But
yeah,
she has calmed down some, but it's still, I don't fully trust her yet.
No,
And I don't know that I ever will.
with those horns, it's hard to,
Or if she
especially
does
the way
have a
she's
baby,
been.
We can make it a bottle baby and train it to ride.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she has a baby, we can make the baby nice.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not related to anything here, so we could
No.
always, if it's a heifer, we could raise it out and have another one later. But if it turns out that she's not actually bred like they said, then there's no use in us keeping her, because I don't want to wait another 9 months past that to try to put Joe with her.
Yeah,
And
that's a long
Because,
time.
yeah, plus the main focus is I want him to work on the jerseys right now.
Yep, because we definitely are getting ready for us to be able to milk. Hey, buddy.
He'll get over it soon. It's just,
Yeah. If she wasn't so confrontational, it would help. But oh, the water thing came out. The water hose came out again.
But if
Can you send
she
the other one?
does have a baby, I am going to train it to ride, and it's going to be my forever little friend.
Okay.
Okay. She's got grand plans. Hoping that all this works out, and hoping that he is big enough to do this job, because we really, really are ready to do this. We will be building some sort of a milking area, structure, whatever, to be able to do our milking in. But that's why we got young heifers instead of a older milk cow. Aside from the fact that we wanted to gentle them down ourselves.
Yeah, we want to be able to train them, because like I said, you can touch all over them. They don't jump, flinch,
Yes.
anything like that. But what we're going to do is probably actually going to build some sort of actual barn type thing.
Yes.
Or at least like a 3-sided shed where
Yes.
we can get out of the weather, they can get out of the weather to do the milking, and not have to just try to use a stand of some sort.
Yeah, because we really want to have a good setup, and like I said, that's another reason, which I think we explained that too when we got them.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons that we did get them so young, is so that we can have that time to get ready, because we are on the way to being ready to do all that, but I mean, it takes time to get everything that you need infrastructure wise to be ready for it.
We weren't quite there yet, and then plus we got a good deal on these, a lot cheaper
Yes.
than buying a milk cow that's already either trained or has the bad habits that she's going to have. So
Yeah.
this gave us a little more control over what we were going to do with them.
Yeah, I'm just really thankful too that they wound up both being A2.
Yeah.
So
we
that
lucked out on that.
yeah, so that, I mean, we know either cow that we get milk from, that it'll be something that we can all tolerate. So
Yeah.
fantastic. Joe, are you getting excited?
He was doing
He's
this.
following the ladies around. He's getting ready.
Trying to get this in here where I can get this.
Tubby decided to go on in.
Come on. Maybe wants to hang.
So I think at least for now, like I said, I'm just going to tie those somehow.
Guess we'll see.
She may get out too.
So maybe some excitement.
Or she may just be friendly.
She could be if she actually has room. I don't know.
There's so much going on right now.
Yeah, they are all
Is that gate shut right there?
Yeah. Hey, big girl.
It's such a big pen.
Yeah, but we'll just let this overlap. Tie this
Yeah.
and tie that.
So we shall see.
You know,
She's minding her own business, so
for now.
yeah.
She got feed though.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have to continue to feed her in the middle of the pen because Lucky decides to try to get up underneath it. Hey,
Yeah, we
Toby.
can probably start feeding her in this part over here,
Yeah.
and it's heavier.
Mhm.
She won't be able to get in as easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't figure there's gonna be a lot of pressure on it.
Well, this is pretty strong rope. That's why I got the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
So that's when it'll be fine. But there's no way to loop these together since they're different sizes.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. I'm not being the same. She is not causing a fuss at all about you being in here, and she knows you're there.
In the minute, I'm gonna go pet her. No, that's a joke. I may walk over closer to see what she does, but I'm gonna be ready to
Jump on a fence.
climb.
Yeah. Just in case. Watch, you walk over to her and she's like the sweetest thing ever. It'd be so nice having a big spot for her too. And being able to get in there with her some if we want, if she's not too mean.
Which I know that if we spread these panels out, she would have more. But this is still gonna give her almost double what she had, or it will give her double what she, a little over double what she had.
Yeah, and it preserves the shade for her too. So.
Yeah, that's the main reason that we didn't swap this out, because the shade cloths are tied up like this, so now she'll have shade on both sides.
Yeah, hopefully she does wind up being friendly. But just been having some doubts after the way she's been behaving lately.
Right behind him. Right behind you is Chloe.
She's a sweetie pie.
About to lick your shirt.
She cracked me up when I was blow drying her for the fair the other day. She kept laying her head on my shoulder while I was doing it.
Chubby loves being blow dried.
Mm-hmm.
They love being pampered.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So funny. This could be entertaining, guys.
Come here.
Okay, she kind of wants to be friends.
Yeah, I just don't want to get under the... Maybe she just shakes her head because she's scared.
Could be, because she's not that far from you now. She knows you're in the pen with her. She's not concerned about you at all.
I know.
Yeah, that wasn't like threatening.
I touched your ear.
And you survived. Well, that looks really good, and at least she's got a lot more space to roam, and maybe now that we can access her a little bit easier, maybe Kevin and I can go in there and kind of at least spend a little time with her.
I mean, Missy can go with the baby.
Yep, we'll preg check her soon and see how that goes also. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. We've still got some stuff to do, some other chores to take care of. We've actually got some more waters to fill too, because it is a very hot day. Got to make sure everybody stays hydrated, including us. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time at Grounds Family Farm. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Bye.